email marketing, things that are good to know. We're going to answer some frequently asked questions that we get from our customers regularly, or from people asking us questions about email marketing. So we're going to answer those and put everything a little bit in context of how to do email marketing. And it's not really only about sending emails. Those emails need to reach the mailbox. They need to be opened by the recipient. They need to appeal to the recipient for that email marketing to be efficient. So we're going to talk about all those things, some of them more how to get things delivered, other things more about the content part of it. So let's dive into it. So call this section email marketing need to know. So some of the questions that we will get for people that haven't really done email marketing or have tried some unsuccessfully, they will typically ask, is email marketing still effective? What are the trends in marketing? Is email marketing still effective? Or are people over it and other methods has taken over? Is it still worth jumping into email marketing now? So I took this one or these questions to start off this presentation about email marketing and the effectiveness thereof. Now, email marketing is one of the cheapest method of marketing you can do. Advertising can build up your email list, and that email list stays with you. So you have the opportunity to continue to build relationships through email marketing. Obviously, no one likes spam. So we have to make sure that when we do email marketing, it's not spammy. We're going to get back to some of those content elements and how to navigate that landscape. But yes, it's definitely still very effective, but it has to be done properly. You don't want to spam people. You need to make sure that your email reaches the mailbox, and you can really utilize it as a very cheap method of marketing. Also goes hand in hand with advertising, and way of advertising will create the awareness of your product, service, brand, what you put out there, and then you can collect people's email address, continue to nurture those relationships. Benefit of that is that people don't really make decisions to purchase straight away. So expecting purchases straight away from your ads can lead to disappointment. But by implementing email marketing, you can nurture relationships and nudge people all the way to sales. And it's a very important part of the lifecycle marketing framework. The framework is this extended figure of 8 eternity, where we see that collecting leads, converting clients, and creating fans is all interlinked and build on each other. Let me quickly take my camera down so you can see the whole thing. So collecting leads consists of targeting, attracting, and capture your leads. Converting clients consists of engaging and nurturing, offer and close the deals, so the sales. And then creating fans is about delivering, impressing, and multiplying those sales into higher value, which could be repeat buys, upsells, or getting new customers from your existing customers in form of referrals, reviews, etc. So this is all interlinked, and email marketing and also email automation plays a big role in making this happen. Specifically important around the converting stage, engaging and nurturing, closing, but also really beneficial in the creating fan stage, where a lot of people tend to focus on new sales, and it's great to automate processes for impressing the clients and getting the most value out of them. And that can fairly easily be done through email. All you need is a good software that can help you segment your database. We will talk a little bit about that as well. So that is a lifecycle marketing framework. Then we have building an email list. So the question we got here, the question I brought up here that we've been receiving is, should list building be a priority when it comes to building the value of the business? So is there business value of having a large list? And how do you build a list? So to answer the first, now a quality list is of much more value than a quantity list. So it's not all about having a big list. Obviously, having a big list, the statistics are in your favor that you will get more sales just from the mere fact of the numbers are bigger. So if you have the same conversion percentage on a big list and a small list, then your big list will generate more sales. However, a quality list where people are actually interested in receiving your emails and your offers and interested in your services are of much higher value. So you can have a super high value list of 200 people, and you can have a really low value list of 10,000 people. So collect email addresses from people who are interested in receiving your emails. You can do this by having opt-in forms on your website. You can offer incentives like discounts, free content, etc., in exchange for email signups. You can also ask customer to provide the email address at the point of sales. So if you don't have an online shop, you can ask them for the email address when they sign up. So a lot of these loyalty programs for shops are based on that, the fact that they're getting your email so they can send you offers that are relevant for you. And again, the more relevant those offers are, the more well received those emails will be. Which email program? So I did mention that to do this efficiently, you do need an email program. You can really streamline your processes and also improve your processes by having them set in sequence or automation in an email system. What you really need to think about is to have good segmentation and that the automation capabilities are good. So a specific question that we got was, do you know if Klaviyo is better than MailChimp? So both of these are softwares that sends emails. Doesn't mean that they are the best ones, but that was the specific example. For example, for me, it makes no difference if a camera has 10 or 20 resolution in itself. Even one can, of course, say that 20 resolution is better. Is it the same here with email programs? So once you have an email list, you need an email marketing service to manage and send your emails. There's also compliance involved here that makes everything easier when you do have a software, because it can track what kind of information do you have on which person, which is helping you to keep your compliance. We most often end up recommending a software called Keap, as it offers all you need for efficient email marketing and more, has great segmentation, a lot of templates available, so you don't really need to have any design skills. Has brilliant automation tools, really strong on the automation, and analytics to help you create effective campaigns. So we do also have I can quickly bring that up. We do have let's see. Yeah, you can just be in contact if you want a special offer on Keap. I didn't have that link easily available right now, but we will post that as well. If it's relevant and you want to try Keap, we do have special deals on that. So the benefits are segmentation, very easy to use CRM. They have a couple of different versions, really, really easy to use. And again, it really helps you with compliance. So if you are in Europe, you need to think about your GDPR compliance. If you are in South Africa, like I am, you need to think about your POPIA compliance. And if you're other places, there's various compliance rules that you need to adhere to. And remember, it's not only based on where your business is based, but also where your contacts are based. So if you have contacts from Europe, you need to adhere to GDPR. Segmentation. So I've got a comment. I think it's boring to segment. Do customers really care if they sometimes get content that doesn't appeal to them in situations where I do not bother to segment? And my quick answer to that, then rather don't do anything. You really irritate people by getting irrelevant content. You can make them unsubscribe, and then you don't even get the relevant content to them. So do not miss out on sales by not segmenting. Often people put a lot of effort into segmenting the ads. You should be segmenting your emails as well. That is why it's important to have a system that is really good on segmentation. So the ability to segment email lists and individualize email campaigns messaging are the most effective personalization tactics. And personalized emails deliver 6 times higher transaction rates, according to Instapages or Instapage. So segmentation is really, really important. Some of these systems out there are not sufficient on segmentation. So you can segment people into lists, but you can't cross-segment on those lists. You have to create multiple lists and keep track of all your lists to do your segmentation. That is the most common flaw in those softwares. Open rates. Now, how do you get people to open your emails? When we think about open rates, we need to keep in mind that there's been various updates the last few years from email providers, being Microsoft Outlook, Gmail, Yahoo Mail, etc. So the people that you have your email with, updates from them where they pre-open emails. So now that depends on the provider. So your open rates will not necessarily be 100% accurate. So keep that in mind, but it's still an indication. So how do you get people to open the emails? We need to understand how the email providers handle incoming emails. We need to know that they pre-screen them from being spam. One of the things that they look at is your domain reputation. So from previous, how have people flagged you as spam? Have people interacted with your emails? That kind of stuff affects your domain reputation. You also have a couple of other things when it comes to email verification, more technical things. We call them DKIM, SPF, and DMARC, which is also important. If you have questions about that, just please ask. But that is really about your sender reputation and making sure that the emails are actually from you and not spoofed. Subject line is important. So subject line is one of those things that you can do something directly with. Right away. Having a catchy subject line that makes people open the email is beneficial. Then when they open the email, you want to have personal content, maybe even in the subject line. So segmentation can happen even before you create your subject lines. So you can have a personalized content in the subject line. Also, don't forget about conversion. So it's not only about open rates. We want to get people to buy from you as well. So not stop by only measuring open rates. Then we have click rates. Click rates is one of the things that the mail providers look at when they consider if they should flag your email as spam or not. So if they should send it through to the recipient. So getting people to click on your emails is very beneficial. And then we have some statistics again on the most effective email tactics. And I added them here because it's important to get people to click on your emails. So personalization and list segmentation is on top. Automated campaigns, second. So that is when emails are sent automatically. The great thing about that is that once you set up an automated sequence, you can improve it. And also you pre-thought through what the experience should be instead of having a random experience based on your mood or when you remember to follow up. Testing and optimization Super important. So your system should also, email system should allow you to test two emails up against each other. For example, testing two different subject lines. So the email might be the same, but the subject lines might differ. We call that A/B testing. So you're testing one thing at the time to see what works the best. And then responsive design. People are reading the emails on tablets, on mobiles, on PCs, all kinds of devices, all kinds of screen sizes. So that is really important to remember. And we see there personalization, list segmentation, automation. They're on top. It's the stuff that I will talk a lot about in general. So should you write long emails or should you write short emails? I found this stat from Boomerang, is a research company. The ideal email copy length is between 50 to 125 words. So now they've done a survey based on a lot of emails sent, and they came up with this. So this is something to take note of, but it doesn't specify what kind of emails. Is it transactional emails? Is it informational emails? What kind of emails are we talking about? So what will be important is how well does a customer know you? If they don't really know you, they might not be willing to read a lot of text. If they just signed up for something and you give them a lot of information, useful information, they might be willing to read a lot of information. We need to think about people's attention span. Generally, people don't have a long attention span, so they don't want to spend too much time on understanding something. A long email takes a little bit longer. Frequency, how often are you sending emails? Do you want people to read 4 A4 pages a day, or maybe not? Are they targeted? Keep in mind that there is no SEO in emails, so you don't have to worry about people, or people must find these online. So don't think that you need to keyword stuff them at all. Test them. Test what works for you. Test what works at different stages of the customer journey, purchase journey. Test what works. Short, long. So keep on testing. Again, by having automated system and email systems and created your email processes in those, you will be able to do these tests. You won't be able to do that if you don't have the systems. Think about if you should be using landing pages if your emails become very, very long, if you need to have a lot of information. Then you can link to them and people click on them. So then they click in the emails. Pictures, should you have pictures? Should you not? Here is an example of the same email sent. One where the person has the email pictures turned on, the other where it's turned off. Now, a lot of people do turn off images, either by default or they do it so that the email is smaller. So here is, you can typically see a beautiful design email by the design team, but now everything is pictures. The text is pictures, the pictures is pictures, the banner is pictures, the button is pictures, everything is pictures. So when the pictures are turned off, the person basically sees nothing in the email. So the experience of this email is really, really bad. So the design team might have spent a lot of time on creating this beautiful email, but this is how it's perceived by a lot of recipients. So be aware of this kind of stuff. Buttons should be buttons. Pictures can be pictures. And text should be text. This is important for the presentation of the email, the personalization of the email size. Mobile users often turn off their pictures or have it if they're in Wi-Fi. Not in Wi-Fi, they might have non-pictures. People can use dark mode. So if you have pictures, say with white background, and people have dark mode on their emails, they will just see like white blobs of your pictures, and then the rest will be black. So the background of the email will be black, and then there's bright white section. So it's very obvious and doesn't give a good presentation of the email. Also, it can possibly end up in spam folder. Now, email providers don't necessarily rate high image emails as they used to, but it's something to be aware of. If it presents like this, it is just perceived quite spammy. You might get lower engagement because of this as well. There's nothing really to click because we don't know what's there. and you cannot search. So when people search in their email email inbox for information, they won't be able to search an email that has only pictures. So keep that in mind, a good balance. In conclusion, to all of this, just to summarize, an email needs to reach the recipient. Sounds obvious, but we need to be aware of it and how that is affected. Segmented, targeted, and personalized emails generate 58% of all revenue. So segment, personalize with targeted emails. Personalized email marketing generates a median ROI of 122%. So to the person that didn't want to bother to segment, they don't bother with email. You really want to, I won't say don't bother, but you will really get much more effect when you do segment. And then just get started. So you don't really need to get it right straight away, as long as you just get started. You can improve having a system where you have your emails and you will see what's working and what's not. And then you can improve thereafter. So that is the little conclusion. And if there's any questions, there's just to connect with me or with my team. We are all quite keen on answering questions. And I hope you picked up some good advice. Good luck.